pre-recorded episode. YouTube ended up stopping because of maybe it was A, too many spaces, or B, too many let's see, too many like promoting out like what's so it seemed like it was a good match. Oh, NXT. Oh, okay. So they came in, interfere, and start attacking everybody, and plus with Steve Macklin, Mike Santana, and the Hardys made the save. So yeah, I got a feeling that Steve Macklin will get his title back. So, oh yeah, and plus Stacks knocked out his father-in-law, which is the director of Authority, which is Santino Marella. So at one point I am gonna watch this either tonight or tomorrow. It all depends. So and probably I may do like a special video just to show my rating and grading of it. So stay tuned for that. So let's move on to TNA and let's go to NXT Deadline. So with the results of this, so yeah, a lot of things happened with NXT tonight and Deadline from this past Saturday. So of course, Deadline is the final PLE of WWE. They always have this on Tuesday. With the final special event will be this coming Saturday with Saturday night's main event. So we got that going on. Oh man, feel bad for Corey Carino. Didn't know he was hurt.
Maggie's granddaughter who used to live with her, pregnant.
What's her name?
Aliana.
Wow. So how's she gonna?
Due in June.
So how is this all gonna work for her?
I don't even know.
Some things just crazy happened. So, okay, yeah, oh yeah, I forgot the NXT Championship match did kick off Deadline. So, Obafemi did defeat Ricky Starks to now become a two-time NXT champion. So, oh yeah, it was a hard-hitting match. So I had to give him that, and Ricky Starks did hold his own. And I know the crazy thing, you saw the ending of the NXT Championship match, that just happened like almost half an hour ago with Ricky Starks, pulled the referee because it looked like Javon Evans was going to win it, but didn't go out that way. So maybe at one point, I would say down the line, maybe they end up having a triple threat match for Javon Evans getting screwed and all that stuff, and Ricky Starks is like a rematch, so yeah, it's crazy. Of course, the Iron Survivor. This was the biggest shock of the night, I believe. Kimber Gray did win the Iron Survivor, so in New Year's Evil she will go against JC Jane for the NXT Championship. So champion versus champion. But I don't think the Women's Evolve champion will be on the line. So crazy. I was really, wanting to go for, Jordan Grace, finally get a win in her win column, and I don't know. There's like she's lost after loss after loss. So Shawn Michaels, what are you doing? That's all I want to know. I don't know. And okay, so Aruka was another pick of mine. Of course, everybody. It was just so close, and like I said, just like I said, Kendall Gray. That was a very good, last few seconds, end up getting the pin and winning it. So, something that was an entertaining match that happened as well. So, this was kind of like a last minute thing that was added last week, I should say. Ethan Page did beat Mr. Iguana. one of the biggest popular guys in the world, Mr. Iguana. So yeah, it was great and it was good. So no complaints about that match. So glad that happened. Now this match did not turn out for what I thought. So, but then again, as it kind of explained on NXT earlier tonight, that this feud is not over. So most likely, yeah, Easy Dame did beat Tatum Paxi, and I thought it'd be the other way around. So it seems like they're going to continue with the story, and we'll just wait and see. And now, Javon Evans did win the men's Iron Survivor Challenge. So yeah, I was kind of shocked on that one. Defeating Leon Slater. So them two ended up kicking off. The Iron Survivor match. Miles Bourne then came in, and Deion Lennox from Dark State, then Joe Hendry. So I think I'm glad they didn't jump to like the obvious thing to have like Joe Hendry like win it just like that after he's now signed with NXT. So kind of glad they didn't do that right away because probably I would probably say like wait like a little bit for that. I don't know. I'm just saying maybe wait for that. Like I said, Miles Bourne would have been another good pick, but like I said, so they decided to do yeah, they gave Javon Ayers the win. So nothing wrong about that. Yeah. As I'm looking at this picture now, after Javon Ayers did win, Open Family did came out, watched the looking at Javon. So maybe they probably will make something interesting. Then I don't know where Tony D'Angelo returned, but not like a new look or anything like that. He just like growed his beard out more. So that's probably the only difference. So that's why I couldn't recognize him at first, and I was like, "Oh my God, it is him." So yeah, and then of course y'all probably saw it earlier. I think he did the same thing to Ethan Page earlier tonight. So so maybe a new improved Tony D'Angelo. Maybe he won like almost every single title there except for the NXT title. So maybe that's what he'd be going for. So it'd be cool if he end up making it like to stand and deliver to end up challenge for that. So there'll be something. But anyways, let me double check something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Normally with like a nearly like over 2.5 hour PLE. Like I said, they need to do a little bit better with that. With if you're gonna have like almost 3 hours, you can add 6 matches. Normally they would do that, but they didn't do it this one, so I don't know why. Like I said, some of my complaints, with WWE's matches, they only do like about 5 or over 3 hour PLE, which to me, in my opinion, they're making it like another Raw or SmackDown with these PLEs. I don't think they realize it. I think they just mainly work this on, cutting costs for them, but charging more for the fans. So I know that that sucks for them, and well, it sucks for us fans, I should say. Hopefully that will change. Well, Duke Huxton. Okay, he's with NWA now. Good. Something for him to do. So yeah, I will be definitely watching NWA more. Well, not because like Duke Huxton, but it's like some people, I'm still interested in NWA. So glad that happened. So rated and graded. Let's see. I didn't even have a match. Normally I have a match. Actually, the men's Iron Survivor would be the match of the night. So that's what I would say. So for that, and overall, 5 matches. Hopefully they would have done 6. It would have been, I would have given it an A+ if it was like 6 matches, and would have been great. But I'm gonna give it a B+. So I'm grading it a B+. like I said, just like not having that extra match just takes it away. And I will rate it from 1 to 10. I'm going to give it an 8. Yeah, solid 8. So B plus and a solid 8. So those are my grades for that, and we can move on to talk about the last two games. So, ooh, Orlando events. So let's see. It probably would be the Knicks or the Raptors that the Magic will face. So this would be something from Orlando Magic if they go all the way and win it. So that would be cool for them. And of course, you see that the West would be tomorrow for their quarterfinal. Got Spurs and Lakers and Thunder and Suns. So the Suns were in the NBA Cup Finals last year against the Bucks. And hey, Luck, welcome to the live. I appreciate it. So yeah, so the Thunder could possibly, can make it there once again. Oh, excuse me. Also, all the matchups are gonna be on Prime Video. Well, except for the earlier game that's. Oh, it probably was on Prime Video. They probably just put it on League Pass. So I thought NBC was gonna show it, but I guess not. But anywho, let's get to. Or what's the schedule work? Was it games or schedule? It's 1 to 2. No. Try to take you out, you don't even go. Dog's right. Get up here now. Come sit down. Okay, like I said, you're gonna see this girl more often, Ivy. Although probably people that's watching on TikTok probably won't see much of it because of the angle I got of the camera. So yeah. So we're gonna look at last week's do not hide previous dates. We will need that. Let's see where. Okay, so yeah, we gotta talk about this past Friday's and this past Saturday's game. So I did saw this past Saturday game on Sunday, and kind of sucks. So let's get to the Sixers and Bucks first. Excuse me. So yeah, probably when I'm done here, I'm probably gonna end up getting something to drink. So let's talk about that. But it's like, what can you say? It's just I don't know who to blame on this one. Maybe they still doing the. I can understand, they try to go die by the free, and they shouldn't do that because it doesn't work. That's just my opinion. Like, don't die by the three. Just try to do something different. And it seems like Doc is not putting it in their heads that Giannis not there to make plays. So somebody else got to step up and make plays. Ryan Rollins is doing too much shooting and not making some of his shots as of late. So that's kind of crazy. But you got Kevin Porter Jr. that actually stepping up, and I would not be surprised if any of them don't make it to the the All-Star game. It probably will be Giannis this year. Maybe things will change when he comes back by close to the end of the month. Like, he could be back next week, so that's a possibility. They said 2 to 4 weeks, so could be back next week, or it could be that first week of January. So who knows? Okay, let's go to the numbers of this game, and I still can't believe that they just did not win this game. So Anyways, okay, so Bucks did lead the second half, but we'll get to the first half. So the most that Philly has scored in the first quarter was 33, and the lowest that the Bucks has scored in the quarter is 20. Oh, I'm sorry, that's not the highest. Sorry. Second quarter was the highest for the Philly. That's 36 to seem like the most that the Bucks have scored, 29. Then you got the third quarter with 28 Milwaukee, 24 Philly. Then you have fourth quarter with Milwaukee 24 to the lowest scoring quarter that the Sixers had, 23. And after that, let's go to team status. I think it's like the, yeah, there we go. Will you sit down? Sit down. Because I took you out earlier. You didn't want to do anything. Just run around and just worry about the snow.
Yeah, just leave her, you know how she gets.
Right. So, anyways, let's go to. Yep, as you see right here, like Bucks at one point they led a little bit in the first quarter, and it was beginning it was like Philly Bucks a little bit in the first quarter. Then after that, it was all Philly. So it was no turning away from that. Um, the biggest lead with the Sixers, they was up by 26 points. For the Bucks, only three times that it did tie. Looked like it was all in the first quarter. Um, the lead only changed twice. So yeah, and the longest run was 9. Okay, so rebounding, another problem that they really need to fix. So that's why I'm kind of high on the Bucks try to somehow get Domantas Sabonis because he's a good offensive rebound. It kind of proved it to one of those games that the Bucks play the Kings. So plus Jericho Sims is a good offensive rebounder too. So end up having them two in the court. If you're gonna have them be on the bench or whatever, I think that would help. But that's just me. 42 76ers, then Bucks 37. Very close in assists, 25 to 26, with the Bucks having a little bit of an edge on that. Steals, 12 Sixers and 8 for Milwaukee. That's kind of bad. 3 blocks, 2-1. So the Bucks had a little bit better advantage than that. And of course, another problem for the Bucks: turnovers. We cannot express that enough. Too much dribbling and trying to pass it at the wrong time. So it's just their passing just got to have a better time. Field goals percentage, 45% for 76ers. Bucks, a little bit better, but 46%. 3-pointing, yeah, Bucks kind of went downhill on that. It was kind of excuse me, kind of sucks. With 40% from the Sixers and 34% from the Bucks, so kind of like low numbers. Sweet Ice, hey, welcome to the live. I appreciate it. In free throw, oh wow, 96% from the Sixers and 74% from the Bucks. Mouse said with them having Giannis not playing at the moment, they could have been better with the at least way better with the free throw shooting. I don't know. Points in the paint, Bucks did had a little bit of an edge over that, 38 to 36. Second chance point, it was Philly had advantage of that, 12-5. And fast break points, the Bucks had a little bit of edge of that, 8-6. So now we're going to get to player status. So give me a moment on this one. We're going to start with the 76ers first because, yeah, this is the second time that Philly did play them within a matter of a few weeks. So that's crazy. Paul George with 20 points, 1 steal, 5 assists, 5 rebounds. Perfect 4-4 from the free throw, 2-6 from 3, and 7-15 from the field. Got VJ Ericone. Thought he had more points last time, but only had 12 points, 1 assist, 4 rebounds, perfect 2 of 2 from the free throw, 2 of 4 from three, and 4 of 8 from the three. From the field. So the big problem was, they could not defend the three. So it's crazy. Play. I swear. This crappy internet. But anyways, Tyrese Maxey did not have a good scoring this game, and wondering how the Bucks ended up letting them get away with this, with them losing, with 76ers winning. Anyways, Tyrese Maxey 12 points, 1 block, 4 steals, 4 assists, 4 rebounds with 2 offensive rebounds, 2 of 2 from the free throw, 0 of 3 from three, and 5 of 14 from the field. Quentin Grimes from off the bench, Mother said, just led the team in the bench with 22 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds with 1 offensive rebound, 2 of 2. What is it? Oh, 6 of 7 from the field. I'm sorry. 6 of 7 from three, 2 of 2 from the free throw, and 7 of 9 from the field. Aiden Bowen, he didn't play the last game. 10 points, 1 steal, 6 rebounds, 3 offensive rebounds. Perfect 2 of 2 from the free throw, 4 of 7 from the field. And you got Jabari Walker. Yeah, has some good numbers too. 18 points, 1 steal, 1 assist, 2 rebounds. Perfect 4 of 4 from the free throw, 4 of 8 from three, and 5 of 10 from the field. And yeah, pretty much it for that one. And we'll get to the Bucks. AJ Green did get injured. Guy had a shoulder injury, so yeah. It was just like I'm saying once before, and I will say it again. Doc needs to stop playing that small lineup. So AJ Green's injured because I'm blaming Doc. So okay, so somehow I gotta try to fix this up, and don't know why it's not playing. Yes, please resume. Um, no, just insane. Go back to where I was at. So I had to fast forward because it's just like, oh, there we go. Sorry about that, people. See, Miles Turner, he stepped up, so I'm glad to see that in this game. And people don't think so, but I think he did. 19 points, 1 block, 2 assists, 2 rebounds, 8 of 12 from the free throw. So could have been a little bit better than that. Excuse me. 3 of 7 from three and 4 of 9 from the field. So they just really had to, get like Miles Turner involved more. Involved more in the paint, not always, out there, shooting threes. Like I said, his 3-point shooting numbers ain't bad, so I just wish that, Doc, set it up better for him. But that, that's what I agree. So y'all comment below. Let me know what y'all think. Kevin Porter Jr. Did not have a good shooting night as well, but had 20 points, 2 steals, 9 assists, so near double-double. 7 rebounds. Oh, near triple-double for him as well. Okay. Perfect 9 of 9 from the free throw, 1 of 3 from three, and 5 of 13 from the field. Ryan Rollins didn't do too bad, but like in the beginning, it looked like he was slipping, but did a little bit better second half. 16 points. Let's see, 4 steals. So that's a good backcourt matchup, but Ryan Rollins got to control when it's time for him, shoot the three. So I just think, in my opinion, that he just needs to calm down a little bit. Anyways, like I said, Ryan Rollins had 4 steals, 7 assists, so near double double for him. Oh, he had 6 rebounds as well with 1 offensive rebound. Okay. Perfect 2-2 from the free throw, 2-2 from three, so that's perfect, but 6 to 13 from the field. So that's okay, not too bad. Oh, excuse me. Let's see, let's go to the bench. Well, you still got your big two with Kyle Kuzma and Bobby Portis and Gary Trent. I just think he don't. Well, he didn't get the ball enough, but at the same time, like it's missing in his threes. But anyways, Kyle Kuzma with 14 points. I believe he had one block, 1 steal, 1 assist, 5 rebounds with 3 offensive rebounds, which is good. 0-3 from the free throw, so he's up and down every now and then from free throws. 0-2 from three, but 7 to 12 from the field, so not too bad. Bobby Portis, of course, lighting up, the team, and also led the team and led the game with 22 points. Let's see, 1 steal, 4 rebounds, 4-9 from three, and 9-6 from the field. So that gotta hurt. That really gotta hurt. Excuse me. Anyway, final score 116-101. Sixers beat the Bucks. So now we can go to. You might gonna end up seeing like some of the notes. So let's go back to this. Here's the Bucks, and now we're gonna look at Saturday's game, which was not. It was back and forth, and at least they were like kind of fighting, but it was like the fourth quarter they just let it slip. They just let the game slip, and sadly, not sadly, but crazy enough, excuse me, you got the third unit coming in and end up, actually end up catching them back up. Y'all give me a moment. I need something to drink. So I'll be right back. So give me a moment. I guess the dog want to get a little bit of TV time. Watch out. Watch out, girl. Seems like Ivy want to get like a little bit of TV time. So once again, I apologize. Although it took me a little bit long. Annual coffee. I'll probably be. I don't know if that's your real last name or whatever, but like it. Welcome to the live. Appreciate it. So Anybody wants like some shout outs or something like that, just do what Emmanuel did. Say hi. Same thing for you guys that's watching, on YouTube.
Well, hi there. I've come to say hi to you. You said if you want to pop in and say hi, you can say hi. Hi.
So the wife wanted the shout out, so
Ivy, stop it.
so hi to her.
I gotta go change the laundry over anyway, so.
Oh, okay. So, anywho, guys, I just need to check this up and put this back in my lap. So there's in that one. So, come on, they got to show today's. Yep, they do have today's. Good. Let's say so, y'all wrestle out. So at least with the NWA shows, it's only over 45 minutes. So no commercials. Well, oh yeah, there'll be commercials because of no freaking Roku. Just put it that way. Anyways, where was I? Oh yeah, no new game. Like I said, it's sad that the C unit, which is the third stream team, part of the team, the Bucks, the ones that got them very close to this game and got them, up here about the final score. So this is crazy. So maybe you should play some of the Oh my God.
Hi.
You in that damn mask.
So you know what? Don't hate. Appreciate.
Oh yeah, she get to meet her hero on Sunday, so that should be fun. And I know she probably gonna have like a lot of questions to ask too. But anyways, ooh, excuse me. Yeah, 112, 124, and like I said, it kind of sucks at the same time that they was back and forth through this entire game until like the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter somehow they just slipped. Also, like I said, there's a point that like I said, they trying to dive out of three, but they don't need to do all that. But some odd reason they do. So just crazy. So let's go to the quarter status. Excuse me. You got Detroit, and I think that's the lowest they scored in the quarter, and the same thing for the Bucks, 22-29. Second quarter, of course, Milwaukee did win that one, 34-32. And I think that's the highest that the Bucks have scored in the quarter. And okay, third quarter, Milwaukee was down. Detroit was winning that quarter, 25-30. Then fourth quarter, where, like I said, the third unit kind of caught them back up, 31 to Detroit's 33. So yeah, I just can't believe that they let this game slip. Okay, let's go to the team status. It's like one of those games they should have won. So I think one more time they face each other, and like I said, I think it's somewhere in January, and I think after that that's it. So kind of like the same results of the the 76ers game. At one point Detroit was up a little bit, tied a little bit, kind of tied. Bucks, then back to Detroit, then Bucks, then after that, yeah. Like I said, you see some points like in the second quarter they were close, but just wasn't enough. So largest lead for the Bucks was 5. Largest lead for the Pistons is 27. Times tied 4. Longest run is 11, and lead change was 4 times. They really, gotta try to fix this roster. because them getting out rebound as they are, and not getting, not stopping the other teams getting offensive rebounds. That's another problem. Their defense is lacking a little bit. It seems like they don't got no structure, and it seems like they trying to do new things with the defense, but it just seems like that it just don't work. And offense, trying to do too many threes, and they got to realize that Giannis is not there, so they can't, try to like dive out a three or anything like that. But at least get some like mid-range shots going. Like I said, 53 rebounds for the Pistons and Bucks with 36 rebounds. So yeah, they really got to fix that. Assists got to be better too. With 31, Detroit and Milwaukee with 24. I'm glad they did good in steals with 11 to Detroit's 5. A little bit better in blocks, which is good. A little bit less taking care of the ball, so only 12 turnovers for the Bucks, and Pistons only have 15 turnovers. So yeah, field goal wise, didn't look that good for them. 44% to 50%. 3-point percentage was actually a little better. 42%, and Detroit's 38%. Free throw, like I said, they should not be having these free throw problems because Giannis is not playing at the moment. But some odd reason they do. 69% to 74% for Detroit. Points in the paint, Detroit was a little bit on them on that, 50 to 38. Second chance points, of course, Detroit. Like I said, that's with the offensive rebounds that the Bucks really need to stop other teams from getting, the offensive rebound. So yeah, fast break points. The Bucks was up on that one, 26 to 14. Okay, now let's get to player status on this. Excuse me, guys. We'll go with the Bucks first. Kyle Kuzma did get the start, and like I said, I like this lineup better than the lineups they had before. Not saying like the lineups with like Giannis or anything like that. I just like this better, tall matchup line. So, anyways, Kyle Kuzma, of course, did his thing. Sorry, I'm trying to put my drink back right there. Anyways, Kyle Kuzma with 15 points, 1 steal, 1 assist, 4 rebounds, 1 offensive rebounds, 4 or 5 from the free throw, so that's a little bit better. 1 or 2 from 3, and 5 or 12 from the field. So, excuse me, that's not good. Miles Turner, I think he's too much focused on threes and not like trying to get in the paint or anything like that. So it's one of the things he needs to start doing. 12 points, 1 block, 1 steal, only 1 rebound. Oh God. Yeah, Doc Rivers got to change, a little bit of the system. So, of course, like the wife said, Doc Rivers got to go. Because there's no way like you having your big man like when it comes to like offensive rebounding be out there in the paint all the time. You need to be sometime, in the paint and stuff as well. Like defensively is okay, but he should not be getting no 1 rebound. That just don't make any sense. Anyways, 1 of 1 from the free throw, 3 of 7 from 3, and 4 of 8 from the field. Kevin Porter, of course, the ultimate monster on this team. Besides Giannis, 32 points, 1 block, 4 steals. So yeah, that's big for him having 4 steals. 6 assists, 4 rebounds with 1 offensive rebound. 3 of 5 from the free throw. So yeah, that's got to get a little bit better. 7 to 9 from 3. So yeah, he was doing good on that. And 11 to 16 from the field. So at least we got 1 future star on this team. Ryan Rollins, don't know what the heck is going on, but They only gave him, almost 23 minutes. Um, 10 points, 6 assists. Well, the assists ain't bad. And 6 rebounds, so that's something. With 1 offensive rebounds, 1 or 2 from the free throw, but his shooting is getting bad. 1 of 7 from three, 4 of 14 from the field. He's trying to shoot a little bit too much. And kind of like the same thing when we're looking at the bench, we're looking at Gary Trent Jr., kind of like the same thing. Focuses more on too much threes and how you're not going to make any, you know, field goals. I don't know, it just don't seem right. 11 points, 1 steal, 1 assist, 1 rebound, and that was offensive rebound. Perfect 2-2 from the free throw, 1 of 5 from three, and 4 of 11 from the field. That's horrible. Um, and yikes, Bobby Portis didn't even do that great. But good thing from the 7 rebounds and 1 steal. Let's see, the rest of the guys, they did not play enough. And it seemed like they're losing faith on Cole Anthony too, because like I ain't seen him like come off the bench or anything like that. Like I said, maybe he'll be able to do something good. Pete Nance, another person. They might go end up trying to cut the roster before the trade deadline and probably had him up there. So I would like to see him be like as a regular player. So like he's young, of course. He's the brother of Larry Nance Jr. and nearly got almost the same gameplay as his brother, but actually very good when it comes to 3-point shooting. So yeah, so watch out for him. He probably will get called up and won't be on the two-way player. So anyways, now Detroit. Um, so they had a different lineup too, so maybe that'd be a little bit of a difference as well. Anyways, Ashur Thompson, 13 points, 1 steal, 8 assists, so near double double, 6 rebounds with 2 offensive rebounds, 1 of 3 from the free throw, and 6 of 7 from the field. Isaiah Stewart. So yeah, no fighting today. So 19 points for Isaiah Stewart. 1 block. Wow, only 2 rebounds. How's that something? Uh, Perfect 4-4 from the field. Can't have that hanging like that. Oh, 4-4 from the free throw. I'm sorry. 3 of 5 from three and 6 of 8 from the field. Jalen Durden, 16 points, 1 block, 1 assist, 16 rebounds, so a double double with 4 offensive rebounds. Excuse me. 4 of 5 from the free throw and 6 of 8 from the field. Kay Cunningham, they still had a little bit better of a defense on them, but not as like big as they did the last time they played each other in Milwaukee, which the one they won, which was this last Wednesday that they beat Detroit. Um, Anyways, he had 23 points, 1 block, 12 assists, so double double. 6 rebounds. Let me put this to the side. Okay, good. Sorry about that. So, like I said, 6 rebounds, 2 offensive rebounds, perfect 4-4 from the free throw, but wow, 3 of 10 from three and 8 of 18 from the field. Ouch. Karis LeVert, and I think he didn't play the last game, but play this one. 11 points, 1 block, 1 assist, 2 rebounds with 1 offensive rebounds. Perfect 2-2 from the free throw, 3 of 5 from three, and 3 of 5 from the field. Jay Nowry didn't score as big as the last game, but had 10 points, 2 assists, 5 rebounds, 1 of 2 from the free throw, 3 of 3 from three, of course, and 3 of 4 from the field. Then you have Javonte Green. Oh, he finally played. 13 points, 2 steals, 1 of 1 from the free throw, 2 of 4 from three, and 5 of 9 from the field. So, don't know why Chicago let him go, and I think that's pretty much it. So, of course they missed, AJ Green shooting, so it could have been, another close game. But we don't know how long AJ Green's going to be out, so, it's gonna be like a wait and see what happens. It's just like I said, like Doc should not use that small ball lineup. And it's like it hasn't worked. And don't get why, he was trying to do that. But I'm glad he didn't do that today. So yeah, crazy enough. So yeah, right now we don't know how long AJ Green is gonna be out. So they said just unfortunate time with shoulder tusion. So it may just take like weeks for him to come back. So we'll see. Maybe start working on his mid range game. That's what he needs to do. So, anyways, final score 124, 112, and that's crazy that the third team unit was actually kept them from getting blown out in the fourth quarter. Just crazy. So yeah, lost by 12. Of course, the next game, as y'all can see right here, they're going to get. It's like a bonus game because with the NBA Cup, only 8 teams in, so they got to figure out what they're going to do with the rest of the teams that's not in the tournament. Excuse me. So Bucks got a home game against the Celtics. So why not rewarding the was defending NBA Cup champions and give them a home game at least? So makes sense. And it seemed like the Celtics did kind of turn around a little bit instead, how they were in the beginning of the season. So yeah, shockingly they turned around, and just to wait and see. So how they gonna match up, with no Giannis Antetokounmpo and no Jason Tatum for the Celtics. So yeah, it'll be interesting. So like I said, we're not gonna look at the standings and stats until the NBA Cup tournament is concluded. So like I said, we already saw what's going on in the East. With Magic advancing, they beat the Heat, and you got looks likely the New York Knicks will advance over Toronto, unless Toronto somehow makes a surge into the game and end up catching up. Which they got like 2:05 left in the game, so crazy things have happened. So we're gonna move on from talk about the Bucks. I'm gonna save a video for you guys to watch tomorrow, like some of the trades that they coming out crazy and stuff like that. So we will do a separate video on that, and it'll be out tomorrow. Okay, now we're gonna talk about a little bit of Milwaukee Development. I can't believe it did that. Yes, go back. So we're gonna do a little bit, Milwaukee Development, and also we're gonna talk about comic book movies and TV news. So, and it seems like we're making some good time. So maybe we'll probably end this a little bit earlier than usual. So the fans did weigh on about the redevelopment that they're talking about with American Family Field, and I think guys I was watching this pre-recorded episode saw the plans from I think it was either the last week's episode or week before, one or two. I guess part of me was thinking because finally get to look at them pretty closely. I thought about scenario A, but I think either B or either B or C that I would go for in my opinion. Cause of course you look at let me click and make it bigger. So scenario A is mainly on the south side of American Family Field, and the rest of it is just like parking. So, and don't forget when they moved up a little bit more, there's more parking back there. So they're really not going to lose anything. And plus right here they're going to have additional parking for wherever hotel parking, office, retail, or other stuff they're going to add in this area. So like I said, I'm glad they decide what, yeah, we're going to do a district. So yeah.
There's a news article out. I saw it on Facebook, but I refreshed the page too soon about how they are probably going to demolish the old museum and auction the land off to help with the costs of other things to do with it.
Oh, you mean the public museum?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did. I didn't read the full article, but I did click on that. So I'm gonna read that later on too. Um, Definitely a. So there are some people, they thinking that this scenario would be good. So me, it was either be like I said, that scenario C. So some odd reason I'm thinking that. So it seems like over here there's gonna be used for like additional parking. So now I think they said I would think it was B that was gonna lose the lease, whatever. So of course they got, let's see, key A be like a hotel and parking area for like the hotel. Then rest you got all of the multifamily units. Then you got of course a standard pedestrian bridge for C. Where okay, okay, right here, which is kind of needed because like I said, like you get sick and tired of people doing all this walking. Then suddenly oh, okay, so that'd be like another bridge. And plus, we was always talking about, for the elderly, like it really like helped them like trying to get to point A to point B just to get to, around the American Family Field. Instead of them, had to walk for like a mile from point A bus stop to the American Family Field. Then the other side is like the same thing, it's like a mile each. So especially people that, that works there, and like not many people, have cars.
Well, look at when Mike worked there. And
Right.
at certain times of day, because of the walk away from there, as he said, it was really dark and everything. So he would end up getting an Uber home for safety reasons.
Right. And sometimes, Uber is not great costs when it comes to like, the evening. Yeah, we talking about Lyft too. So don't think we ain't forget about them. Um so at first I was saying either B or C would be a good thing. But okay, go back to what I was looking at. So that's C, that's A, and now let's look at scenario B. I don't know why I seem like, scenario B would be I think scenario B would be more better than now looking at it again and again, because I said either B or C. Then last time I said A and C, but I think B would probably be more beneficial than anything. So yeah, in my opinion, I actually would go with scenario B. Although the hotel, let's see, that's A, that'll be right there. So 150, rooms and parking. But don't forget, you got like farther down the south side on National, you got like another hotel there too. And plus, like round around over here, you got that old plant. Excuse me. Which it no longer runs there. So West Milwaukee did try to talk to the Brewers, maybe making something in that area, but as of right now, the Brewers declined to answer, or they probably decline that all in general. But like I'm glad with the like I said, what's it? Of course, with the pedestrian bridge with C, we got that. Let's see, water feature overlook on D. So I guess they're gonna make a little bit of a river. Let's see, retail and residential. So that's F. Okay. Then from G through J, you got like multi family and retail units. So many, bunch of apartments. And plus, some retail, which is good. Maybe some like eateries can go there, and like also it'd be good. If somebody wants to go down there, but they need a bus line to go there. And we thought we was gonna get it with the 74, but they kind of fooled us, and it looks like they were just like going like the bus they had going through the freeway. So that's really stinks. Let's see, L. Okay, outdoor entertainment district. So K would be okay. Yeah, the expanded platinum parking. So like I said, they all good scenarios, but right now it looks like I would probably most likely would go through B. Although when you look at other ones, so it's like you get more something with others like with this scenario A, the hotel would be like right there. Get more like hotel room, and you still get the same amount of like multifamily and retail stuff. Oh no, you get more multifamily retail. Public Square Terrace, that's D. Of course, pedestrian bridge and office and retail will be was that B? Oh, okay. Although the rest of them are going to have like family homes and retail. Let's see. Oh, I think I just prefer like C, like same amount of hotels. A lot. B, you have like an office, retail, and parking. Pedestrian bridge, of course. Okay, then you got I, which is gonna be like retail. Then the rest of them, like multifamily homes and retail. So it's like seems like they focus more on like retail than what they should be like having like at least two more hotels there, in my opinion. But still, have retail there, but also have like two hotels, two or three or something like that. Then you got like multifamily retail and stuff like that, which is multifamily housing is good, but I don't think they need as much as they think. So maybe, in my opinion, I'll say more retail and more hotels. So yeah, so right now, I'm going with scenario B. So that would be my pick for that. Let's see, it was something else too. So okay, yeah, this was a thing. So this was mentioned by the Journal Sentinel earlier today about they think of demolishing the public museum and selling the acres, 3.7 acres. So it could bring up to 550 new housing units. Which, once again, like I'm all for housing units, and I understand that, but just personally, like my opinion, I rather see hotel and retail spaces than like housing units. I think we have like one too many like places like having like houses built. Oh, it's just a scenario. It's just crazy. Like, just think, in my opinion, we having like one too many houses. I won't be able to read it. Okay, this kind of sucks. So I don't know, but freaking Journal Sentinels on their thing. But it's just the point is there was rumors like that they did the extension with the sorry, just give me a second. Sorry about that. So of course, like early 2027, the museum will be at its new establishment, which is like a block away from the Deer District, where the current one is like maybe like 2, 3 blocks away. No, 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 a little bit farther than that. Maybe like 4 or 5 blocks away from the Deer District. So, excuse me. Like I like the idea. If they tear it down, add more like development. So maybe do like half and a half. Maybe do like 2 hotels and the rest of it. You want to do like housing units. Do that. But Yeah, it was the Wisconsin Center District thinking about buying that land to try to extend the Braid Center, which got an extension. It opened up last year, and you're seeing a lot of conventions that's going to that place as of late. So that's good news, and also at the same time, they want to make more space for make it more like convention space and stuff. So they got the across the street from the side of the convention. You got the Milwaukee office building. So they was thinking of moving that, and that still hasn't been done yet because of financial reasons. Then I think like very like across from next to it, you got the museum. So yeah, Wisconsin Center District thinking like buying that land and also buying that office building so they can expand. So I'm all for expanding for that, but I don't know. I don't think maybe it'd be a little bit too much, but they can probably can tear that Milwaukee office building, then build it up and just use that for space and just leave like the rest of it with the museum. Maybe put like a hotel or something, and also maybe housing units. I don't know. I think partly we do got some empty lands, especially got some on this side of town. But I said do some more housing like over here, but that's just me. Um, maybe maybe look at this other one. Here we go, urban Milwaukee. I thought they would have had something about that. So y'all interested in like some any like news that's going on in Milwaukee area? Um, you can go ahead and check out urban Milwaukee because I think you get like better news than anywhere. Those cool, you got the newspaper, but I don't know. Sometimes it just be more helpful just having something like this. Um, let's see. Let me see. They gonna did they talk about more of the museum on this one? Then from okay, restaurant in Harbor District, I should say. Huh. Milwaukee investor buys hotel near airport. Oh wow. Seems like some of these hotels around here are like getting new owners. DoorDash is spending its online ordering store. Whatever. Huh. Two Milwaukee McDonald's is getting demolished. Some I probably gonna look at my own. Uh, let's see. No, they're not even talking about it on there. But they did talk about that the mayor declined to sign a historic presentation for the arena and the auditorium, which I think it probably means that he doesn't want them to tear it down.
What, for the
Cause
Panther Arena?
yeah,
No, he doesn't.
okay, like it was like I said before, Panther Arena, they gotta keep. But if they want to tear down the Milwaukee Theater and all that other stuff like on the side here, go right ahead. But they need to keep the Panther Arena.
He wanted like reviews done on what they can do to improve it and everything.
Right.
But he said it needs to stay.
Excuse me. I do agree it does like need to stay. Like I said, with the Milwaukee Theater on the other side of it, do what you will, keep it or tear it down and add whatever you want to add. Cause they were thinking like they was gonna tear that whole thing, the arena and the Milwaukee Theater, and probably have like housing, hotels, and also more of connection with the Bray Center and have like a more like a convention thing going on. Which is sound good and all, but I'm not for tearing up the Panther Arena. The Middle Highlight Theater you can because there's more theaters around here, and plus you can add like more stuff. Like I said, they really need to do something with that. The other district where they was going to make the soccer field because they was going to add, a theater from that one brand. So maybe they could still maybe they can do something in that area instead of these people that trying to make a soccer field. Since it seems like everything is costing more and more. I don't know. Just some people that the people that behind the soccer field, they should have known better that prices might go up. It should have been more prepared, but that's just me. So, okay, so the council wanted to grant historic protection on the UW Water Panther Arena and the Highlight Theater. Oh, okay, it's now official following the mayor's decision to return the legislation unsigned. Sorry. So the choice, neither a veto or an endorsement. Okay. Okay. He respects the review conducted by the Historic Preservation Commission. And heard concerns offered by the district. He has opted not to take a position in the destination. Okay. Of course, there was a month-long process, and they're just thinking that let's see. For a committee hearing they had a few months, not a few months, but a few weeks ago, and the full council unanimously approved the designation on November 25th. Setting the stage for a redevelopment fight. So, like I said, I understand, they want to build like another large convention hotel, which they still can because there's still some land left that's for sale at the Deer District. So they want like a big like hotel or something like that. Do that. You can have that, have like that hotel, connect with the Panther Arena, then have part of the Panther Arena connected to the Braves Center. They can do that. That's just an idea. Like they can make a bridge or whatever. I just thought that would be a good idea. Cause that's how it was before. They ended up making the Milwaukee Theater. Cause they had the of course Panther Arena. Then next to it, it was like a connection to the convention center. So maybe they can redo that again. Sorry. Okay. So okay, the alderman is on that board, and he authorized the destination. They consistently argued that the buildings clearly meet the city's presentation criteria. Oh yeah, the both of the buildings, of course, they're historic, of course. Where we will oppose their possible redevelopment in 5, 6, or 7 years, that's entirely a different question. Nothing that we do here today will prevent that development. Only thing we do here today will create a process. Okay. Okay, Wisconsin Zoning District, they push back. Let's see. Okay, so the district is awaiting report from consultant firm on Hunden Partners on the highest and best use of that whole site and other nearby properties, with the results expected to be the end of next month. All major tenant and naming rights agreements end by 2029. Okay, so there was no predetermination of the study, despite what has been said. Okay. Okay, when the historic preservation is used inappropriately, it can intentionally stall process, limit adaptability, and burden taxpayers. So that's probably why taxpayers don't want to save their money, which is not really they don't have that big of us taxpayers here in Milwaukee. Like it went up last year, but at the same time, it's like it's not really much of a cost. But I think it was all this year that we seen some of the effects of you know with this increased tax. Okay, tenants strongly support a need. Oh, okay, so they want to rename it as well, so they agree with that. Wow. Um. So yeah, of course the Arrows and UWM. They had their men's basketball team play there. They had the Arrows and Milwaukee Wave had their soccer team. But as they, they're mentioning that the Arrows are not against the convention center, hotel, or additional process that the county wants, but they are against knocking down the arena, which noted that fires reform is not viable alternative for the team because they did not make it appropriate for American hockey team like that. But they do have if they having let's see, like an NHL team, maybe they can do that. But that means that probably won't be good for like a hockey team period. But the few games that they played, exhibition games for like hockey teams, and like it went really well. So maybe fire reform, maybe the Arrows and fire reform, maybe they can work something out. You never know. Um, but the wave can go back to the fire reform. Well, go back to because first they was with the Panther Arena, then Bradley Center, then I think it was like around in the 2000s they moved back to the Panther Arena. So I think that I would still want them to at least keep the Panther Arena, but like I said with the other thing, like with the Milwaukee Theater, that can go because we really don't need the Miller Highlight Theater. So yeah, that can actually go. That's just my opinion. So the Highlight Theater can go, but they can at least keep the Panther Arena. But that's just me. Um, you know, if we end up getting okay more of that scenario with the okay, so I was trying to get back to so I guess the future, with the old museum, I guess we'll know when that time comes, like in early 2027. So it's like a wait and see. So let's go to comic book updates, and because I think they said Spider-Man: Brand New Day did wrap filming last week, so I guess kind of surprised, but at the same time, they shot Spider-Man: Brand New Day later than probably would around the same time as it's gonna be released in theaters this year. Well, it's gonna be released in theaters in July 31st of this coming year. Sorry about that. Okay, come on. Maybe I'll cut this down. Maybe I'll have more. Like I said, I apologize, guys. It's just with this weather here in Milwaukee. It looked like it kind of stopped snowing. So, anyway, let's go to Marvel first. Then we're gonna go to DC, and we're gonna end the show. Um, Oh yeah, they still talking about this. Jessica Alba, I guess she was didn't worry about the news scene that happened. But although it was the PG-13 and PG movie, both Fantastic Four franchise when she was in, uh, I'm like, you probably read that in the contract already. It's like, why you didn't notice that? I don't know. That's just me. Because I'm saying the first time she did it, she was just in her bra panties. Then the second one, of course, she was like totally new, but they really didn't show anything. So I like when somebody say that, like, you got paid, didn't you? Which kind of true. Venom co-creator revealed the top choice for MCU's Eddie Brock. I thought they were going to use a different character. I don't know. Doctor Doom going after Steve Rogers in Avengers Doomsday. Oh yeah, there's a scene that Bob may end up have to unleash some Sentry. Of course, it's just like we said that Spider-Man Brand New Day did finish, and they still don't know what Sadie Sink's role is going to be. So, but then again, they kept it on the wraps, and some people believing that she may play either the clone of Jean Grey, I forgot what her name is, and or Jean Grey herself. So, okay, Doctor Strange will reportedly investigating Curious alongside Clea. So, like I said, they're gonna start doing their reshoots for Doomsday in April. So it may not even take me that long. So who knows? Thunderbolts is the eighth most popular film in 2025. Probably to some people that see like all movies, but in my opinion, I'll the all three of the movies that came out when it came to Marvel. None against the Fantastic Four, but I think Thunderbolts would have been come second in my favorites Marvel movies this year. With Captain America: Brave New World, in my opinion, would be the best movie they done this year. Um, Production company behind Avengers: Secret Wars reportedly named the World Productions LLC. So yeah, like I said, the movie's gonna be gonna be it's gonna be a lot. Just put it that way. Thunderbolts had not been nominated for any awards, of course not. Oh, then the co-creator says he thinks Alan Ritchson will make a perfect live action Eddie Brock. Possible. Of course, Captain America: Brave New World has not been nominated for any awards. Yeah, like what it says here, and that was when was that? Oh, it was actually this past Monday, yesterday I should say. That the film has Spider-Man Brand New Day has finished filming, so we don't know if they're gonna do any like reshoots or anything like that. We don't know. Um, oh, cool. Development of Spider-Punk animated film, so that'll be cool. I thought Spider-Punk was like actually good with the Spider-Man, animated series, animated movie part. And this fight scene, they said cost for Avengers Endgame, it cost 110 million to film it. Wow, that could be like a whole movie itself if that was the case. You know what I mean? Half of that was Rodney Downey Jr., Evans, and Hemsworth's wages, which is true. Oh, Doomsday will act as a direct sequel to Avengers Endgame. Which y'all probably already know that I did a video on it. That they're gonna re-release Endgame in September this coming year. So yeah, that'd be cool. Um Probably will go see it again. Thunderbolts is officially the highest rated MC movie of 2025 on metrics. Okay, so Thunderbolts first, Fantastic Four was second, and Captain America was third. Which, in my opinion, I thought Like I said, Captain America, in my opinion, was the best Marvel movie they done this year. So, Miles Morales co-creator Sarah Picchio says she does not get any royalty for the Spider-Verse films and Zodiac games or merch. Oh God, I would like to. If I was them, these people that created these characters that's going to Marvel, I would like at least have some royalties to it and rewrite the contract on it or get some lawyers involved. Because I think that's nonsense that some of these people that created some of these iconic characters does not get any royalties for it. Like, they need to stop being cheap. So, oh yeah, there was also rumored that they're going to move Daredevil Born Again season 2 from March all the way up to, they said it could be like in the summer, I believe. So that's a possibility. Well, we already know about the Panther 3 situation, which is not going to be named that, but probably named something else. So we might have to wait until, I would say 2027 for them to start filming it because, next year will be, Doomsday, then you got Secret Wars that's close to the end of 2027. So you'll probably hear something about it probably sometime in 2027 about them start shooting it or they get the idea what they're gonna do. So yeah, it'd be interesting. Oh yeah, I would like to see a sequel for the Thunderbolts too. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Fantastic Four First Steps was one of the Disney cheapest Marvel Studios films. Yeah, it ended up being like, what was it, like 150 or 200 million they made for that movie. Oh, okay, so it was last week that they wrapped up filming. Okay. Um, yeah, that's what I was saying about Avengers Endgame. They re-releasing in theaters on September 25th of next year. Um, so like I said, it would be interesting to see, what Punisher will be doing in Spider-Man Brand New Day. So there's some stuff, I didn't know. There's some stuff we already know. So we'll see. So of course, I did a video on this one about Spider-Man Noir. So they call it Spider Noir. It is going to be like Ben Riley instead of Peter Parker version that they had from that time. So, so most likely, it's gonna be out, this coming year. It's just a matter, of when. So we know. Fifth most searched film on Google. Okay. Oh wow. Not thinking about Quentin Tarantino. Though he made good movies, but still, he needs to calm down. That's just me. So yeah, there's to that. Um, I think that's probably yeah, that's pretty much it for the Marvel part. So let's look at DC. Oh, there it is. DC updates. Let's see, because they gonna have a busy schedule. And oh yeah, I do forgot to mention for you guys that don't know, the trailer of Avenger Doomsday and both the trailer of Supergirl will both be released this Thursday. I don't know if it's gonna be the same time, but it will be the same day that both trailers for both Supergirl and Avenger Doomsday will be released. They were saying the Supergirl one was supposed to be released yesterday, but they decided to push it up to this Thursday. I kind of get why because it makes like a lot of sense, but at the same time, you think of that shouldn't like Spider-Man Brand New Day was gonna be should have a trailer, but then again, Avengers Doomsday had like a longer you know build up because they started shooting in March for Doomsday, then all the way up to they stopped filming. I think it was sometime in November, I believe. It was October or November they stopped filming. So it's like they most likely will take like a they said The actors will take like a 6 month break, except for the ones that got to do the reshoots that wasn't there. And I guess during the reshoots, they will also will do, start with Secret Wars. So I can't wait for both of the trailers to come out Thursday. It'll be interesting. Oh yeah, about this. This is crazy. So this end, like Netflix did win, the bidding war, but Paramount out of nowhere suddenly decided, they have like a counter offer. So yeah, this is crazy. It is really crazy. Now, I think for some so-called experts think that it's gonna be bad that that Warner Brothers, of course, with DC Comics, DC Studios, I should say, they're gonna ruin the Jericho movies because they think they're gonna do it straight to Netflix. So that's what some of them are afraid of. Which at the same time, you know what? I'm not saying people don't go to theaters anymore, but it's just like at the same time you seen like the higher prices of movies, and it's like only good time to go to. Okay, I will read that later. But I'm saying like they should really like look into maybe like well maybe they'll do more TV shows. You never know, and they can have that some of them some of the TV shows exclusively on Netflix. But then again, DC still got Elseworld, so they can like come with like anything they can do like they're gonna be like exclusive for Netflix, anything they want. So they can finally release that development they had with the Black Superman for one that was gonna be played by Michael B. Jordan. Maybe that can finally be released, and thank God for that if they do that. So that would be something. Oh, okay, maybe the story of how Supergirl is going to be when it comes out in June. Can't believe it. That's like almost 6 months from now. This is crazy. Um, Superman, however, has been nominated for best film, best visual effects, and best action film at the St. Louis Film Critics Association Award. Okay, I thought it was like a national award. That's what I thought they was talking about.
Sorry, getting on my nerves.
The casting for Brainiac and DC Studios Man of Tomorrow will be announced very soon. So they did have a few mentions on who they want to play Brainiac. Some of them I really forgot the name. So yeah. Now this is what I was talking about. The Paramount is officially launching a hostile bid to buy Warner Brothers. So their offer, okay, Netflix had entered 82.7 billion for it, but Paramount kind of offered what, and of course they haven't with the Saudi Arabians they working with them, so the offer is 108.4 billion. So there's like some comic book experts they say that them going to anywhere but Netflix, but it's just right now we can probably talk about it later because you think Netflix did like a bad idea about it, then we talk about it then. So it's like, things can change. You never know. Um, okay, so they're gonna have Lobo being on the teaser trailer of Supergirl. Of course, the official logo is Supergirl, kind of the same thing as Superman. So most likely that moron ain't gonna like it. So, oh yeah, they did show a little bit, the first look of it. They did that this yesterday. So didn't like show much of that we can guess like what's going on. But then again, you gonna have some so-called analysts that going to probably do that. Okay. Of course, Jeffrey Wright playing like multiple positions in DC and Marvel, so it's just kind of funny. Kind of same thing with David Harbour being the Frankenstein on DC Studios Creature Commandos and also playing Red Guardian on Marvel. So yeah, that man is gonna be busy. And of course they're working on season 2 of Creature Commando, so who knows when that's gonna come out. And plus, him doing, Thunderbolts, and did they? Yeah, they released Marvel Zombies too. And he was voiced on that too, so thought that was interesting. Oh yeah, I forgot to say one of them could be Batista that could play Brainiac. That could be something. Their contracts will be extended to spring 2027. Oh yeah, so Scarlett Johansson will have a mystery role on the Batman 2 or wherever they're gonna name it. So it would be interesting to see what they're gonna do with her. Um, okay, Warner Brothers had contracts that extend through 2029, which guarantee its theatrical releases on their films. So between now and 2029, so Netflix cannot change it, or whoever's like owns it, because right now we don't know if they're gonna change their mind, jump to Paramount, or decide they're gonna decide go for Netflix. So we don't know. So we guarantee theatrical movies will be released all the way through 2029. So another 4 years. So that's interesting. Um, and I think we're probably just gonna leave it at that. So guys, I thought this was gonna be shorter, but we're talk about everything that we need to talk about. That's why it was longer than usual. But guys, like I said, I appreciate y'all watching. Thank you for supporting the channel. Please like and subscribe. Trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, but looks like we're not going to get there. But maybe at some point in next year we will get to 1,000 subscribers, because when we get there, we will start doing giveaways. Same thing with you guys that's watching on my personal TikTok page. We still have that giveaway that we want to give out. So the first person that hits me up, they get an autograph Push Record Luke picture. So I think it probably be some people, because I didn't look at my messages within the week, so that probably did happen. But anyways, check out the videos of all the topics that we talk about on YouTube. Also, check out the website WrestlingFansSpeakOut.weebly.com. Thank our sponsors, Midwest Wrestling Collectibles. You can find them on Facebook. Also, look at our sponsor, Gray Scott Sports Cards. Check out their the information on. Okay, yeah. Sorry, got a guy on here that's kind of like a little bit creepy. But anyways, I'm trying to think. Is there anything else I need to add? Nope. Like I said, we are gonna be sponsoring some wrestling shows through next year. So anybody in Wisconsin, they kind of interested. Most of Wisconsin, so there's still gonna be a fan that I refuse to work with. So that's your opinion. But anyways, once again, thank you guys for watching. Until the next video, guys have a good one. And plus, we're also a proud sponsor of Mad's Memory, so check back on madsmemory.org if you want to donate to the cause. Helping people with their grief, pregnancy, infant loss.
We're doing a hat drive and we're not receiving anything.
Oh yeah, they currently are doing the hat drive. So maybe y'all are interested in sending some hats. So check out the website madsmemory.org. The information is on there as well.
Facebook's the better one to do it from.
Or check out Maddie's Memory on Facebook. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Man up, woman up, face up, and check on your mental health. Until the next video, and sometime tomorrow we will start selling these mental health bracelets. So stay tuned for that, and we will see you guys later. Y'all have a good one, everybody. If I can, there we go. See y'all later.